little Bffs, welcome back to my channel Bffs MUA. If you're new here, my name is Mercedes, I'm the face behind Bffs MUA, and if you are new, hi, welcome. Please consider hitting that subscribe button, and if you're not new, hi, welcome back. It's all good, I hope. So I've just finished filming another video, or part filming, where I'm trying out a new foundation-y skin tint thing. I'm not sure how I feel about it, so I'm hoping that the makeup I use in this video agrees with what I've put on. If it doesn't, most of this stuff I know works for me, so if it doesn't work on camera, I know that the tinted moisturiser is to blame. So we just got to give it a go. And I'm really out of breath because I just ran down the stairs. I seem to do this every single video where the doorbell goes or something happens and I have to quickly run down the stairs, so yay! But today's video is a bit of a sad one, I suppose, because it's about Becca Cosmetics. Now, if you are a beauty lover like myself, you will probably have heard of Becca Cosmetics, and you will probably know that in September 2021 they will be shutting their doors and ceasing trading, which is actually incredibly sad because they have been a big staple brand in the makeup world. Their champagne pop highlighters were such a huge thing, and you know, they've done some amazing collabs as well with influencers and celebrities, but also it's going to be sad because it's jobs. People are going to be losing their jobs, which I think is really, really sad. So, you know, my heart goes out to all those people who work for Becca and are going to be losing their jobs. But, you know, I thought I would do just a little video showing you some of my favourite Becca makeup products. I don't have a lot, just because I did have more, but I didn't realise Becca were going to close, so I'd used them. But I do have a couple of items that I use all the time that I absolutely love and adore. I have a couple as well that I haven't tried, so you know, it's all exciting. So let's jump into it. So the first thing I have to try are these. So these are little samples of the Becca Ignite liquid highlighters. I have never tested these. I was sent these in PR last year and I had always planned to try them, but you know, obviously I had a bit of a thing with my old channel and that is no longer here, and I kept hold of them, and kind of luckily, because it means I get to put them in this video. So I have 3 shades and I'm going to open them all because why not. I have Creativity, Strength and Passion. So I'm going to open them up, sort of swatch them on my hand and see what they look like. Okay, so if you can see there, that one is Creativity. It's more of a golden liquid highlight. It's actually really, really pretty. Not very well swatched. But this one is more like a bronzy highlight. Gorgeous, but I think that's going to be way too dark. And the last one is Passion, which I've done up here. And that is kind of like a pinky silvery highlight. These are awful swatches. I apologise, I am not the best at swatching, and I need to apologise as well because my ring light's not on. My husband's gone fishing. I dropped him off this morning and he has taken the power pack with him that I used to charge my ring light. I could use my laptop, but the last time I did that I smashed my laptop with my ring light, so I'm not going to do that. But I am going to try one of these on, and I think I might go for the last one, which was Passion, which is the pinky silvery one. I think we go for that one. Just gonna put a bit, oh okay, a bit, quite a bit on my hand, and I'm just gonna dab a bit on my finger. I'm so scared, I don't normally use liquid highlight. I'm just sort of, oh, that is actually really pretty. gives like a really nice wet dewy glow. I like that. So that is actually really, really stunning. A really pretty shade. I actually love that. That's really, really pretty. I'm just going to wipe the excess off my hand because I'm going to get messy. Oops. Okay, so you can see it here. It's not, I probably could have put more on if I wanted to create that more shining look, but I do have another highlighter that I want to test out and show you guys, so I'm not going to go too extreme. You can see it more on this side, but it is actually really, really pretty. I like that. So about Becca Cosmetics, so let's just have a quick chat, because obviously I feel so bad for Becca Cosmetics, but what about the actual company? Where did it come from? So it was created in 2001 by a makeup artist called Rebecca Williams, and she created a small indie brand, and they wanted to be a very inclusive brand, so they wanted to include everyone, not just the white woman or the white man. They wanted to include black women and black men and everyone. I mean, why shouldn't they? You know, nowadays the stuff we have out there, makeup should be inclusive for everyone, but she wanted it like if a certain website or company was going to sell her product, she wanted it that they would take the full range and not sell just a couple of shades that would suit their demographic. She wanted them to take the whole range to suit her demographic, which was, I want everyone involved, which was actually really amazing thing to do back then. And you know, it's kind of had a knock-on effect. A lot of brands and companies now do have a lot more shades. They are a lot more inclusive, as they should be, because makeup is not just a one size fits all. It's tailored to the person who buys it. Like, I have certain makeup-y needs, and my friends have certain makeup-y needs, and people you see down the street will have different makeup-y needs. So, you know, it's nice that everything is inclusive. So when did Becca really take off, I suppose? Well, I don't have the exact highlighter, but I have one that I have just found in TK Maxx for $12.99. And you will notice it is in the wrong box. So I went to TK Maxx, and the last time I went they actually had a few random Becca-y bits, but they wouldn't suit my skin tone, so I didn't grab any. But this time I found one thing that I thought I could potentially get away with, and it was a highlighter. But it was hidden in a box that says Hydra Mist and Set Refresh Powder. Why not TK Maxx? Why not? I mean, the good thing is, when I go to TK Maxx, I always look at the products first. I will open the boxes because I don't want to buy a potentially infected makeup product, because with TK Maxx, when stuff goes there, it potentially goes there to die unless someone saves it first. So the amount of times I've been in there and I thought, oh my god, they've got this, and I've opened it up and it's smashed to pieces, or you can see finger marks where they fingered it and poked it. So you have to be really careful. So I always open and have a look. So when I did, I was like, oh okay, it's a Hydra Mist Set and Refresh Powder in golden bronze. Probably won't suit me, but I'll have a look anyway. This was what I found inside, and I thought, seems to fit the box, must be the right thing. And I opened it up. It's a highlighter, and it's called Pure Pearl, and it is a Pearl Glow Luster Glow powder. Yeah, it is not what it said on the tin. It is something else completely different. So I'm just going to swatch it, and I love the design, like this sort of little like compact mirror type thing. It really gives me like Sailor Moon vibes, you know, when she has her little locket that sits there and it transforms her. So I love this. This is amazing. So this is what comes off. Oh, where should I swatch it, because my hand is a bit... don't know if it is a highlight or a powder. I mean, it says illuminating powder. Yeah, Luster Glow powder. But I'm going to take it as a highlight because that, to me, I don't want that all over my face, but I will quite happily wear that on my cheeks. So, speaking of highlighters, the one that really made Becca, Champagne Pop. Unfortunately, I don't have that in my collection. I did have one kind of similar, which was in this, and what was its name? And it was called Dusted. It's a soft focus highlighter, and it was in the Becca Khloe and Malika palette up here. But as you can see, I have annihilated that. I have used it to the brink of nothing. So I was actually really pleased when I found this, because where Becca are now going to be no more, I was like, but their highlighters are what make Becca Becca. And actually, I kind of wish that Becca had stuck with what they were good at. They really expanded into other things, like the 0% or whatever it was, the clear foundation. That was just a primer, a fancy primer that was really expensive and had no pigment in it, so it couldn't be a foundation to me. You know, I really feel they should have just stuck with what they know. I mean, Jaclyn Hill was one of the ones that really shot Becca out there. She loved her highlight, she really showed off highlight, she wore it so well, and that to me is kind of what made Becca Becca. Highlight is Becca. So I'm going to try this highlight out and see how I get on. Brush, give it a little dusting over. So it does, you can see it, I can see it. It's kind of a similar shade to the one that I put on, that was the liquid one. Which is good because I really like the look of the liquid one. And this one is a similar colour, so it means I kind of have something that is that colour. That is actually really, really pretty. And I've made my nose way too super shiny. But that is actually really pretty. I really like this. I would probably even wear it on my eyes, which is what I will probably do next. So I have this. So Becca have done some amazing collabs. As you can see, this I have had for a long time. Again, it was another TK Maxx bargain. But last year, before lockdown, so maybe even, yeah, it must have been like the beginning of 2020 or late 2019 that I found this in TK Maxx. And I have used it to death. Like, the two sides don't even stay together anymore. The blushes I have completely used up pretty much. The bronzer, nearly there. The highlight. So I'm going to quickly apply a little bit of bronzer because I have a bit of blush, but it's liquid blush. So I might even try and put a little bit more blush on just because it's Becca. So I'm going to go in with the bronzer. So I actually loved this palette, and I do have to say I was a big fan of the Kardashians. So that might have influenced me a little bit when I saw this in TK Maxx to get it, because obviously it was Khloe and her best friend Malika. The one I have is actually the Malika palette. They didn't have the Khloe one, which was actually more suited to paler skin. This was more suited to darker skin and deeper skin tones. But I find with a light touch, this is actually okay, and you can get away with it, or I can just about get away with it. But it was more suited to darker skin tones. But at the time when I went, they only had this one. They had like 5 or 6 of these. And I was like, I love Khloe and Malika, and I love the look of this. So, and it was actually the first Becca product I tried, and I loved it. So I'm now going to go in with a bit of blush. I normally just dab into the two. I'm going to look very blushy today. Okay, very, very rosy today. I'm going to use a bit of Charlotte Tilbury powder just to tone it down a little bit. Don't want to look too crazy. Although I'll be wearing a mask up to school, so not that anyone's going to really notice on the school run. Okay, so I'm now just going to go in with a bit of eye primer. This is a Revolution one. It's one I use all the time. I'm going to prime my eyes. I don't have a Becca eyeshadow palette, but what I love doing with my face palette is using it as an eyeshadow palette. So for my first shade, I like to put a bit of the bronzer on. I just find if you use a face palette and use the bronzer on your face and then use it on your eye, it marries the look together and it can just look really effortlessly nice without you having tried too hard. So with Becca, why do I feel like they're dying out? Why do I feel like they're leaving us? Well, I think once again, like I said, they should have stuck to maybe what they knew. Like, they were so good with highlighters, but at the same time, like, their Champagne Pop was their initial highlighter. Everyone loved it, but Becca kind of took it too far. Like, with every Christmas collection or special holiday collection or just a special edition, it would have Champagne Pop, which of course it was their best-selling one. But you know, while it was the best-selling one, sometimes it's good to do other shades, other colours, so people that don't like that shade or can't wear that shade can at least feel included. I mean, they were all about being inclusive, but you know, maybe they should have included some other shades just so it didn't get boring. And that's the thing as well, like, not that Becca got boring, but they did, like, their highlighters, they're so big and chunky. Like, the one I had in here, it was like up here, and it has taken me the best part of 2 years to get through. And to me, if you're gonna buy a highlighter like that, it's gonna take you a long time to get through it, so you're not gonna be there in 6 months time buying another one. Maybe they should have gone for smaller pans, people would have got through them quicker, and maybe they would have repurchased more. But also they did expand into other stuff. Like, I remember they did a concealer, and it was kind of similar to the Revolution Eye Bright concealer. It looked a bit like this, just in a silver one. It had the sponge applicator, but then they got recalled because I bought one from Cult Beauty, and it was recalled because the sponges were going mouldy, which was not great. So obviously they had to recall them, refund everyone their money, and you know, it was good that they did that. You know, they were hot on there once they found out. They recalled it, they took it back, and I never saw that one again. But you know, all brands are going to have something that does go wrong at some point, and then they have to try and recover from that. But I just feel, I don't know, Estee Lauder bought Becca, and to me it kind of feels like once Estee Lauder bought Becca, it wasn't as trendy as it had been anymore. I don't know. This is just my personal opinion, this is not fact. It's just, for me, I felt that they went downhill, which is such a shame because their products are really good. So for my eyes, I use my finger and I would just take a bit of blush and just go over the top of the bronzer, just to create a nice sort of blushy bronzy eyeshadow look. And actually for like everyday wear, this is such a perfect eye look. What I like to do is I go in with like this highlighty shade. There is a tiny bit left, and I will just grab it and go on the inner corner. Just to brighten it up, and then I might even take a little bit and just go under my lash line. And now I need some mascara. I don't have a Becca mascara. I don't know if they do a mascara. But I'm going to hop off screen, do the mascara, and then I have a lipstick. So last up, I have my Becca Khloe and Malika lipstick in Brave. Now, this is a beautiful, stunning red lip shade. I love it. It's gorgeous. I don't wear it very often because face masks and everything at the moment, but I'm going to put it on today and have a bit of fun with my mask. Oh, that's going to look grim. So this is it on. I am a very messy applicator when it comes to lipstick, but this is a beautiful shade and it is actually really silky smooth on the lips. It's quite hydrating. It looks hydrating. It looks lovely. It's kind of like a glossy lipstick, but it's gorgeous. I love it. So, what are my favourites out of my Becca collection? So do you know what? I have to say, all the Becca products I have are my favourite. I love them. The liquid highlighter is probably the thing I would use the least, but it was actually really pretty. It looks wet and dewy and just super nice on the skin. The lipstick, I've literally just put it on. Like I said, absolutely gorgeous. It is a stunning, stunning red lipstick. It's actually one of my favourites in my collection. I have used it quite a bit, as you saw from the bullet. It has kind of been worn down quite a bit. But it's an absolutely stunning shade. The packaging as well, it screams high-end makeup. It really, really does. The face palette, you must know that I love this because it has been destroyed. Like, there are dips here, there and everywhere. This one is completely panned. It's my favourite face palette, and actually when that's gone, I'm gonna cry because I love it and wear it so much. And then this new one that I've now added to my collection, the shade, oh, I nearly dropped it. The shade is absolutely beautiful. It's gorgeous. I absolutely love it. So I'm so happy it's now in my collection, and it's probably something that I will use every so often because now Becca are now going to be no more. I can at least look back and think, oh, that was a Becca one. I love that. But you know, at the end of the day, it is very, very sad that Becca are going, and I'm going to miss them as a makeup brand because their products are really good. And it is such a shame because they are such good products and I am really going to miss them. So is there anything in your collection from Becca that you guys absolutely love? Do you think I should try and get before Becca is no more? Are there things you're not too keen on and you think could have been towards the demise of Becca? Let me know. Sorry if this video seems really jumbled up. I've literally got to leave the house now. I've got to go get my kids, so I'm going to leave the video here and just say that I'm going to miss Becca. I love their products and I better get my ass out that front door and down to school. So I will see you all in my next video. I hope you enjoyed it. It was just a quick little get ready with me and say goodbye to Becca. Obviously they're not leaving until September 21, but if you want stuff, it's probably best to get it now while they're still around because they're not going to be around forever. So yeah, goodbye Becca, you are going to be missed, and this video was not meant to be like, oh, they did this wrong and they did that wrong, that's why they're going. It's not like that at all. I feel so sorry for Becca and their staff, and I actually love their products. I do feel they kind of missed the boat with some things and they should have maybe kept what they knew, which was good, which was the highlighters and the lipsticks. The lipsticks are damn good. But at the end of the day, the makeup world is harsh and it is a hard one to stay. It's hard to stay in. Like, once you're in there and you've kind of had your day, people are going to move on to the next exciting thing and brand, which is so sad, but it happens. But maybe one day Becca will come back, you don't know, maybe. Anyway, I have to go, so I will see you all in the next one. Take care, bye.